Alright, Guardians, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe because, you'll never want to miss another update on Destiny, as well as some of the greatest Destiny 2 content you can get. My content is definitely more edgy and comedic, so keep that in mind as well. We're also running the Final Shape giveaway. Once we hit 500 subs, 2 lucky winners are going to get access to the Final Shape plus the annual pass via me. And how you do enter, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and comment down below Final Shape giveaway. Anyways, guys, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the fact that Bungie is a bunch of goddamn morons. This is a rant video, 110% going rant mode right now. They're fucking stupid, dude. Okay, so we got this amazing artifact, and as I'm playing through this, and I'm like, okay, I want to use X, Y, and Z because it's it's heavy stasis themed. So of course I want to use an anti-barrier scout rifle. That's exotic. That's stasis. Same thing with a shotgun. I want to be able to use my stasis exotic shotgun, stasis solar shotgun. What guns might you be thinking I'm talking about? Well, one's the Wicked Implements. You cannot get anti-barrier on the Wicked Implements due to the fact that the Wicked Implements does pretty much the other two stuns, which it's not written anywhere on this that does that. It's literally just because it freezes the targets. Creeping, is it this one? No, it's not this one. This gun, multiple shots to it. It's basically got like a built-in choke clip. Oh, right here. Rapidly landing precision hits cause the targets become slowed. Okay, so the targets become slowed, but if, God forbid, someone doesn't have anti-barrier, you freeze the target, the anti-barrier still puts its fucking barrier up. And then it fully heals, frozen or not. I can't tell you how many times I have seen it. It is absolutely fucking asinine that you cannot use the Wicked Implements nor the Conditional Finality. The Conditional Finality is another gun that freezes targets. And, when you have in said collections of exotic weapons, I don't really run a power exotic. I personally think I have better power exotics than what are better power weapons than some of the power exotics. I mean, yes, Microchasm's really good. Grand Overture is really good. I mean, there's some really good exotics in the power. Don't get me wrong, okay? Because I'll use the Whisper sometimes, but it just gives up an energy or a kinetic slot. And when it comes to stasis, this won't do fucking shit this season. Sidearms have no impact in the artifact. Augur Scepter have no impact. It's a trace rifle. The bows have no goddamn impact. So what are you left with? You're left with Conditional Finality for an anti-barrier, or Wicked Implements, which you would think would be anti-barrier because it's a scout rifle. And then we have this gun. Now, for some reason, this gun allows you to do the overload. It's stasis. Why is it allowed to have overload? I don't know. That makes no sense. It's a fun gun. It's definitely not the greatest, but it's fun. I'll tell you that right now. It's fun. So, in the sense of trying to make a perfect stasis build for your artifact plus, the current season of stuff, you're thinking, I'm going to run a Revenant, and in my top slot, I want to have access to anti-barrier. In my second slot, I want to have access to a GL, and then in my third slot, I want to have access to another grenade launcher or something just as good. But my primary build this season literally was going to be Wicked Implements and Forbearance. Now it's looking like it's going to be Lost Signal for Overload, Polaris Lance for anti-barrier, and then God knows what in the third slot. Because right now, honestly, right now, the way that this artifact is, if you go and look at it, you want to try and get as much stuff as possible to pair with your guns. And let's take a look here, right? Not this row, but this row, and all three of these rows, 4 rows. What's the first perk say? Well, Frost Armor is active. Stasis weapons gain increased reload speed, stability. Stasis swords increase guard resistance. Okay? And we're going to go down. What's the next one? This is just rapid final blows. The next one, Dark Ether Origin trait. Or Dark Ether Reaper. Whoopie-doo. Nothing that, amazing. And then we got Hell from the Revenant, which, yes, you want this perk, but not that important, really, though. And then we have Rapid Impacts, not that important. So then we go to the next top slot. Wind Chill. Rapid Stasis Weapon Precision hits grant a stack of Frost Armor. Rapid Precision hits from weapons with Dark Ether Reaper Origin trait grant you more stacks of Frost Armor. Okay, so it looks like the weapons from this season are going to be Stasis. Cool. But, and here lies the next issue that I'll show you after real quickly. You cannot come in here to her, who is the vendor. There's fieldwork items, and then there's these down here, which is just legendary gear. You got your and then some other tonic that is a legendary gear and apothecary Edo reputation. So then you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'll go into the field work and I'll see if there's anything I can use in here to, perhaps roll some stuff with these fucking engrams. So far, I've not seen any way to roll an engram in this goddamn piece of shit. There is no second page. So where the hell do you go to roll an engram? I couldn't fucking tell you. Does he have it over here? No. You can't do anything with this guy. He's fucking basically fucking dead. He's on goddamn life support, sucking out all the ether from this. And then you go over here and you think to yourself, okay, maybe I can go in here and this is where I roll my stuff, possibly. No, it's not. Even in here, doesn't do anything. Onslaught tonics. We got world generated tonics, Stalker Shades tonics, which is the current season's armor, and then resource tonics. Again, nowhere to roll any goddamn engrams. So I don't know where the fuck it's gonna be, but it's got to be somewhere. Because right now, I'll tell you right now, this is kind of asinine. This right here is even more asinine. Put this in this, then taste it, then touch this. Like, just streamline the process. I'm not out here making crystal shit. But in a heavy stasis-themed season, and considering how it's anti-barrier scout rifle, you would want a stasis scout. Well, no need to fear, because you got access to the Prophet, Livewire, you got access to Precious D, you got access to Jakara 3SR. Pretty sure I have one of those in my vault still. Probably will pull and probably start using it. The stats on it are shit. The perks are probably shit. And then the only other new one is the Red Tape, which can't require random gear. I'm going to have to figure out how to farm that gun, as it's the newest scout rifle in the game, and it has the origin trait on it of what you would want, which is, what was that game? Oh yeah, Dark Ether Reaper. And you can't craft these this season. These are uncraftable. They are enhanceable, but they're not craftable. You cannot craft the new season's weapons. So maybe that's why you can't get access to engrams through the vendor, so you can't sit here and just roll after roll after roll after roll after roll with your engrams. Instead, you gotta sit here, you gotta stick a thumb up your ass and fucking take it. You guys really fucked up this season compared to last season. Last season was so much better. Even the story was better. So far, I mean, yeah, it's week 1, day 2 of it. There's only 14 steps to the goddamn story, and I'm pretty sure last season, we had story 1 for Act 1. I could have swore they said at the time of Revenant, they're going to have access to all of Act 1. So if you're telling me there's only 14 parts to Act 1's story, that is fucking terrible. That is probably the worst fucking thing that they could have ever done. Is 14 parts. We'll give you access to all of it, and then only, 14 measly little pussy-ass fucking parts that don't do a goddamn thing for you. Like, oh wow, I just did all that and didn't get any, like, real rewards. You kind of feel cheated. I know I did. Because the game sucks fucking cock when you break it down. You're forced to use certain guns in harder activities. Scout rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, submachine guns, or pulse rifles this season so far. Now we're not going to see any goddamn extra perks until Act 2. So you're limited right now to the guns, and when everything, frost armor, critical damage taken from combatants, emits a freezing burst. What's below that? Stasis shards. How are you going to get stasis shards if your gun doesn't have headstone? Who the fuck knows? You're fucked. Finishing moves, yada yada yada, doesn't really matter. This one, rapid final blows against weakened combatants grants you Devour. This doesn't work. I'll tell you that right now. I used my Void build yesterday, which has Tether, which weakens enemies, and my grenades, which are Void, weakens enemies, and this did not grant me Devour. I've not tried this one yet. This is Arc. This is going to take, but for this one to work, right here, rapid precision hits, final blows affected on target affected by Jolt or Blind will generate Ionic Trace. So, you know, kind of useless. Then we have Debilitating Wave. Finishers emit damage wave that matches your current super, aka slow if I'm using stasis. Then we have the Grenade Launcher one, which honestly is what I'm going to be using right here, because using a Grenade Launcher to damage a boss, damage a champion, or break combatant shields weakens them. So technically, you have this and this. Pair that together. You'll always have Devour. But when everything else is heavily fucking stasis themed, or even right here, frozen combatants becomes surrounded by a chilling fog which slows combatants that aren't already. Okay, so I want to freeze my combatants. Maybe this is how I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll be okay, because honestly, I want to be able to use Wicked Implements. Yes, I can still use it, but if I go to do something with anti-barrier in it, I'm relying on 2 blueberries that don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, we'll see. Then we have Supernova, which is picking up a Void Breach, causes your next source of damage to create a large weakening pulse. So again, you can run Void, but this is a primarily dominant stasis artifact, and you can only have 2 of these perks in the final row. I don't understand why we're only limited to 12, Bungie. Realistically, 12 seems like a lot, but it's not. These first fucking row of anti-barrier and all this shit shouldn't even be a thing. This should not consume anything, as yes, you're picking and choosing what guns you want to have on there for your artifact and for your champions, but the goddamn perks, if this is what they are going to be, they should automatically, all of these should be on, regardless. Like, this first row should be 100% on. It should only count from row 3 to 4, or 2 to 4, over, and not from fucking shit-ass row 1 all the way over to row 5. These are fucking asinine. I mean, I've kind of been saying that for a little bit now, that this should be built into the game. You guys tell it, you guys pick the guns that we are going to have anti-barrier, overload, unstop, yada yada yada. It should automatically be applied. Like, they're right here as well. This is what you're going to have. This tells you what you have and what is available that you have currently on. So, by that means, so realistically, if those are in the artifact, okay, they should automatically all be on. So you don't have to be like, oh, I gotta go swap this out real quick. Hang on, guys, I gotta swap out Pulse my Overload GL for a submachine gun so I can go run something else. No one's doing that. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna reset and you're gonna be like, oh, gotta put this on, gotta put that on. These you shouldn't have to put into any kind of perk points into them when it's and already integrated into the game as a whole. You just need to have a little thing to unlock the mod. Like, okay, maybe instead of being a perk point, we just go by off of XP, which once you hit fucking 15 in your artifact, plus 15, this artifact's useless. Once you hit 12, it's useless. 12 is the max you're going to get up to. And once you get up there to that point, it is fucking useless. There is no point to go beyond 20 power level, honestly. Because, as we know, and you will see it real quick as well, say you want to go run Encore 1995, my power is 2005, and there's no one else with me right now, but if someone was lower light, my power will go down. Do I think it needs to be adjusted? Yes, I think instead of going down, have the power levels match your current power level so you're not going down. The person that's lower is going up. That is how it should be. We shouldn't be nerfing, we should be buffing. Holy fuck, guys. I'm so worked up right now. Because not only that, my goddamn Guardian rank got reset to fucking 8 when I was 10 last season, 10 the season before that, and now I'm down to 8. Don't know why. Even my friends who were Paragon 11s are down to fucking 6 right now. Like, Bungie, you guys are kind of fucking asinine right now. Like, please, please address why we can't use certain guns with the artifact. And if that's the case, release more stasis weapons that are scout rifles or just more stasis in general, not even just exotics. Realistically, you'd think to yourself, oh, I'll go look and see what I got for scout rifles that I can craft, right? There is not a single craftable stasis scout rifle in the game. Not one. None of these are stasis. So then you go to shotguns. And you're thinking to yourself, well, fuck me, I don't want to run a shotgun for goddamn anti-barrier. I'll never break them because I got to get right up in their ass. There is stasis shotguns. But the stasis shotgun that we have is absolutely dog shit. The perks on it fucking suck. So you're kind of fucked with having to run something with osmosis or permeability to change the weapon's archetype that it shoots out for the element. But it's fucking absolutely baffling that Bungie decided, okay, we're gonna give it anti-barrier scout, but because this has the freezing capability, can't do anti-barrier. Fuck you, man. Seriously, fuck you, Bungie. I love your guys' game, I really do, and I mean fuck you in the sense of you guys are so fucking shit at creativity that you just have to keep copying and pasting, and that is why you guys had to fire so many employees because you guys fucking miss the drop every time. Whoever is in charge of your creativeness over there, you guys are. I know toddlers who have more creativity than you fucking morons. It's like you guys went out and decide, oh, okay, we're gonna go through and just keep with the same piece of shit that we've been doing, and then bring back the power creep and bring this back and bring that back and do this and do that. Like, tell you how you can make this game 10 times better. Oh, and you guys fucking lied too about this, by the way. These aren't out. You said that the goddamn armor and stats were reworking this episode. When? When's that gonna be live? Episode fucking 2? Episode or part Act 2? Act 3? Why is it not out already? You guys made all these promises, but then you're gonna fucking drip feed it. That is the problem that that Bungie has, and any game company has. They make these fucking promises, but then they sit there with little fucking hamster, little water for you. You gotta, please, can I have some more? Fucking, like it's the greatest fucking thing that they've ever done. And we eat it up. We eat it up. Another thing I've noticed this season, you can't even fucking roll armor. You can't roll fucking armor. You can't roll for guns. So how the hell are you supposed to fucking get good stat rolls on these fucking pieces of shit? 49? 40 fucking 9? It's terrible. And I don't know if if the helmet's bugged out or glitched, or I just got to run strikes or grandmasters to get it. But the new exotic armor, which you should be able to go in and purchase right away with, you know, 100 grand a glimmer or whatever it is, and one exotic cipher. Can't do that. I don't know if you do it on the other characters. I haven't seen it yet. But so far, from what I could tell, can't do it on the hunter. Which is stupid because, okay, you gave us this new ability. Withering Blade creates stasis crystals, which is bugged right now. So even if you do have this, this isn't working right. I'm thinking this season I'm gonna run Arc. I'm thinking about making an Arc build with Raja's harness and trying that out, seeing how how it looks. But anyways, guys, I'm aggravated with this season. It's only day 2, and honestly, when we were able to go to failsafe, it was cheesy, sure, but I was able to go to failsafe. Oh, what do we have? Ingram focusing. Okay, what do we? Oh, wow, this is exactly how it should be. So you can see all the guns you're gonna fucking get, any repraised weapons, and then your armor. But what do we got instead? We got some shit ass fucking dumbass vendor, which quite frankly is baffling that they went this route. And we got this dumbass vendor. I don't mind her, but we got this dumbass vendor. And where do you go to focus anything? You can't. You can't focus anything. Now I don't know if doing these field works. Requires 9 tonic recipes discovered. So what do I gotta do? Keep doing tonic stuff? I'm trying to figure out as I'm doing this if it tells you what these will unlock, and they don't. Small tonic resack, regnant sack. Yeah, doesn't tell you how to do fucking shit. So we gotta discover the formulas, the secret formula, and that is how you progress. Well, how the fuck do you figure out the goddamn formula if you can't just mix and match ingredients? You guys gave us this alchemy shit, and I can't even just be like, oh, I'm gonna take this and this and combine it. Like, garbage. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Give me your honest opinions back on your thoughts of the current season. If you're happy that they made the changes to where you can't focus anything, and if you're not happy, let me know as well, because honestly, I'm not happy, and I'm gonna make it known throughout the whole entire week until next reset, until they address some stuff on Twitter, and or come out and be like, in the TWAB, be like, oh, we're sorry, we fucked up. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Revive me. I'm down, Guardian. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.